Hi Camp Nano. I'm just doing a little bit of something different for this video. I wanted to give a quick shout out to a couple of people, as well as do a quick first chapter critique review. That kind of feels weird to review somebody reviewing your stuff. But I wanted to give a quick shout out to Squisms with 2 Z's. That is her YouTube name. And say thank you for helping me with my sensitivity issue that I was working on in one of my chapters. Your advice was a lot of help, and I wanted to give you some praise for that. I also wanted to say thank you to Book Rose. She's another YouTuber on here, and she's in my camp for Camp Nano, and she's been a lot of help. She's been giving a lot of advice that's been helpful, as well as being super positive in our camp chat, so she deserves props for that. Secondly, I wanted to give a little bit of a review now that I got permission to talk about the review from the person who did it for me. I recently paid Natalia Lee to review my first chapter, and she's a fairly well-known author tuber here on YouTube, and I wanted to give kind of a review of what it was like using her services. First off, I want to say that she was really quick to respond to me when I first reached out to her to ask her about possibly working together on this, and she's been very professional the whole time. She was a lot quicker at getting the critique done than I had expected. I can't speak right now. Than I had expected. And I don't mean that like I think she did a rushed job, because I thought she did a really thorough job. She caught all my grammar and punctuation errors, which were bad considering I thought that I had this chapter fairly well polished, but I'm showing the fact that I didn't get a college degree. I have a high school degree by my poor grammar and punctuation. But she did a great job of catching a bunch of that. She also caught a couple of weird little consistency things that, even though I probably read this chapter 1,000 times, I didn't catch, and she pointed out, and I was like, oh my gosh, you're right. How did I miss that? So that was really helpful. She did a really good job of kind of compliment sandwiching things, to where even though she was saying, this sentence is kind of iffy, what could we maybe do about this? And by the way, I liked even her way of presenting things that needed improvement. I thought she did a really good job of presenting them in not a mean way that would make me feel self-conscious about my work and such. It just felt like she was like politely and very friendly about pointing out where things needed some improvement, which is another big plus. That's what you want in a critique partner, because if they make you feel like crap, you're not going to want to work with them anymore. She was also, some of the compliments that she gave me on the paper were really mood boosting, because I was like, oh, she noticed, or well, that makes me feel really good that somebody else thinks that this was a good I'm trying to think of a word to describe it. I write, I promise. A really good way of describing the scene and such. So I really enjoyed working with her. I think she's probably gotten back to me on some of the questions that I asked her about some of the things she had mentioned on my Google document, but I haven't actually checked. I need to go back and check, but so far so good, and we're pretty much done with the process. I'm just wrapping up a couple last things with her. She's been phenomenal to work with, and I want to give her a glowing recommendation. So if you're thinking of doing a first chapter critique with her, or an outline critique, she has a bunch of other services she offers on her website, and I hope that you take her up on those. You guys have a great day, and I will talk to you later.